Hi everyone, it's Sabrina Jean. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to this pick a card reading. Within the next 24 hours, what is manifesting in your life? So curious minds want to know. As usual, you have 4 different piles to choose from in your pick a card reading, or you can choose according to the timestamp or the crystal that is getting your attention the most. So what is manifesting within the next 24 hours? Pile number 1, the crystal is a pink fluorite. If you chose pile 2, it's a howlite. Pile number 3 is apatite. And pile number 4 is an amazonite. So what is manifesting over the next 24 hours? Choose as many piles that you feel drawn to, right? Keep in mind this is a general pick a card reading, so let's get started. Pile 1. Hello to all who chose pile number 1. What's manifesting over the next 24 hours? A really interesting thing happened for me this morning. I was on my phone looking at some comments and noticed that somebody had commented on a video that I recorded a year ago, and it was this exact same topic: what is manifesting in the next 24 hours? And I thought, I haven't created one of those kind of pick a card readings in a while. Maybe I should start creating these again. And so voila. So thank you, whoever that viewer was that commented on the former. But pile number 1, so what is manifesting? So this is, in my personal opinion, the best law of attraction pick a card reading. So I'm going to put your pink crystal over here, and let's just dive into the cards and find out what is manifesting. What are you manifesting? Okay, so Page of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Five of Cups. Now, looking at the images here, some of you might be concerned about your financial situation. However, it's really important for you to know that if you are worried or fearful or experiencing sorrow in relation to money and your finances, you are actually only manifesting more emotional disturbance within yourself, within your life. So if you don't want to manifest more grief around your finances, then your very first step is to recognize that you're doing so with your emotions, and you can quickly change that negativity into, well, something positive, like the pink crystal: love, compassion, happiness, something more joyful. So, rule number 1, emotions will manifest, and emotions also manifest things that we don't necessarily want, because we're not really thinking about the emotion that we're feeling, right? When we're feeling it, we just know that we're feeling it. Okay, and so even with this card, connectivity, the jeweled web, this is like a deep connection. This card is referring to your matrix. Deep emotions, communication. Okay, you do have the power to turn around whatever it is that you are wanting to manifest, what you're wishing to manifest. But it's important to focus on a more positive and optimistic outlook, including what you're feeling, including the words or the thoughts that you are thinking. When you can start speaking positive affirmations, you're going to start naturally attracting more money or opportunities into your life. Okay, so there's friendliness. I'm going to put this over here. So you're definitely attracting more, but are you attracting more communication from somewhere else? Or some of you might be wanting to manifest communication with another person as well. It's not always about the money, right? So maybe there's deep grief or emotions about a connection with someone, and you're wanting the opportunity to talk with them again something that made you sad or it made them sad. Maybe it's a separation of a relationship or that sort of thing. So do keep in mind, you're still manifesting this, but within the next 24 hours, the communication or the conversation that shows up for you really is going to depend on the energy that you're putting out there, what you're thinking about. So that can be positive or negative. And so you're going to attract either way. So do you want a positive conversation? Then it's important to focus on positive thoughts. Or something that will transform your situation, something that will be helpful, helpful information, a helpful conversation. The broom, energy clearing and freshening. So maybe even the cards are reminding you to, clean up your emotions, your thoughts, your expectations, what you're feeling, to clear out any kind of negativity so that you can manifest something positive, something that feels better. And it will manifest within the next 24 hours. Emotions can probably manifest the fastest, right? Because we feel what we feel. Okay, it's from the bigger picture. All right, so you have the 7th house, which is referring to relationships, balance and cooperation with your partners. So other people. Interesting. Your beliefs, your values, and your resources. So the 2nd house in astrology can also be seen as your income house, the house where you earn an income for yourself. And let's just look at the final card, astrology. Okay, the drive, the energy. Find the courage to force yourself to confront yourself. But what is it that you really need to manifest? What do you need to hear? Who do you really need to hear from or communicate with? Who do you wish to have a conversation with? Because something is going to show up for you, group number 1, within the next 24 hours. For those of you who are in business, or maybe you're looking for a job, this is also very possible. You're manifesting is a new job opportunity within the next 24 hours. But remember, I think it's really crucial that you pay attention to how you are feeling. So if you want positive news or positive conversation, then focus on positive feelings, positive emotions, positive information, a positive outcome, because something is definitely changing for you in your life within the next 24 hours. And again, law of attraction dictates what you are focusing on the most and what you believe that you need. This is what's going to manifest. So let's sum this up. Pile number 1. What do you need to manifest the most? A friendship, a partnership, communication? Do you need a new job? Or do you need clarification? Are you ready to resolve a problem with someone? Maybe there was an argument in the past. Are you ready to make peace with them? Because you can attract and manifest agreeable people into your life over this next 24 hours. Okay, so this makes even more sense here. You have the opportunity to clear the air, to start anew, attract positive new relationships, opportunities, and communication. Something that has been hidden or unseen up until now. So, pile 1. All right, these are the messages. I'm feeling, I keep picking up on deep feels. So some of your emotions are running really deep. And I feel like these deep, unsettled emotions are really ready to come out to be cleared so that you can clear your energy and feel lighter and feel better and more prosperous as you move forward. So I hope you enjoyed this video reading. If you did, please do click the like button. You're always welcome to comment as well. Be sure and check my links below the video because I am now offering quantum manifestation coaching. In addition to the other types of readings that I offer, tarot readings or astrology readings, But there's a 1717 special offer for those of you who want to know more about your power to manifest in this life. So check out the links below. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do click the like button. And if you were drawn to another pile, then let's see what the other pile has to reveal for you. What's manifesting within the next 24 hours. Hello, pile number 2. If you were drawn to the Howlite crystal, so what are you manifesting over the next 24 hours? Let's find out. I'm going to put your Howlite over here. We're starting with the tarot cards. 8 of Cups. We put this in the middle. The Page of Cups. And the Emperor. Okay, pile number 2. Let's lay out your other cards first before I start interpreting. Possibility for union. What are you wishing for? Group number 2. There's a possibility for union with someone or something. Source. Interesting. There's definitely deeper emotions that are wanting to come to the surface here. Notice you've got fishes, you have dolphins in the background, which is, they're referring to your intelligent wisdom. Because, well, emotions and water are also intelligent. In fact, I'm thinking your emotions are encouraging you to move away from a particular relationship. Like move away from a negative relationship to allow for the possibility for a positive relationship, some way, somehow. When it comes to law of attraction and manifestation, what manifests is what needs to happen or show up in your life. So keep that in mind. Okay, playfulness, opportunity for you to have fun. Let's look at the astrology oracle. Okay, resurrection. So maybe this is a resurrection of a relationship or an emotion. There's Scorpio energy. Let's put this right here. Look at this, resurrection, resurrection. Oh, and Scorpio is a ruler of Pluto, or Pluto is a ruler of Scorpio. I said it backwards. Okay, so the 10th house in astrology, and this is just a general reading, keep in mind, but where you're heading, it could be your career or your destiny. What or who you are destined to connect with. So there's definitely, within the next 24 hours, there's going to be another opportunity for you to connect with either a particular person, maybe from your past, or somebody new. Keep in mind, source is referring to angels or God or your higher self. And the Emperor is, well, I'm assuming you already know who the Emperor is. And if you are the Emperor, then you probably already know who this Page of Cups is. You know what I mean? This playful person, these are personalities. You know what? So if you're dealing with relationship stuff, pile number 2, it's very likely that a relationship that you've already been in, maybe it wasn't serious or it hasn't been. Maybe it's been on again, off again. Maybe this person is going to show up back in your life again within the next 24 hours, bringing you an opportunity. But you're going to have to make that decision, that emotional decision, whether you're going to stay or you're going to go. You're either going to accept the opportunity or you're going to say, no, thank you. The power players here are the Emperor, the Dictator, and then the other person is more playful. more playful, more creative, wants to just have fun. This one's more serious. This one's more loving and open and free and liberating. So I'm assuming that you guys already know what relationship this is referring to. So if you're thinking about this person, then you are the one, and it's your thoughts that are naturally attracting this person to come back into your reality. So if you don't want them to come back around, stop thinking about them. Stop thinking about the past. Something here was saying, do you really want to open up that can of worms? In this case, it's like it's a cup of fish. Information, the messenger, conversation. So just something to alert you, group number 2. There's going to be a potential for you to reunite with someone. I really do believe, I feel for some of you, it's somebody that you already know. For others of you, it could be somebody entirely new, a new potential for love. Right? This is a general pick a card reading, so just keep in mind, what is it that you're focusing on the most? What are you wishing for? What are you trying to manifest? Because this person is going to manifest within the next 24 hours for you. Okay. And then you have, oh, interesting, Autumn, Bounty, Balance. So this is kind of like harvest. It's time to harvest a new relationship. That sounds kind of weird, doesn't it? You know what? Okay. We definitely agree on the fact that you're going to hear from somebody of significance within the next 24 hours. For some of you, it could be somebody new that you're going to meet, that they might be your destiny, the person that you're meant to be with for forever. So this harvest time or bounty is technically, the cards are saying it's time for you to reap these rewards of a beautiful, wonderful, and loving partnership or relationship with whoever it is that is showing up for you in the next 24 hours. Again, for some of you, it could be a higher power. For others of you, it's a person, a new person, or somebody from your past. These are kind of similar to pile 1, not exactly the same as pile number 1. Pile number 1 was more about communication and conversations, like friendly conversations with other people. But this one is more about love and a more personal, deeper connection or relationship. So let me look at these for a minute. This balance is referring to divine feminine, divine masculine balance. Now, keep in mind, it's all of our purposes to find a way to bring both sides, feminine and masculine, into divine wholeness within ourselves. So we will find that we have perfect powers to manifest when we are 100% whole, using both feminine and masculine aspects of our personalities. So for some of you, this is a spiritual connection, a spiritual union. So again, whatever is showing up, it's either going to make you feel more powerful or powerless. And again, it's going to be your choice whether you're going to accept it, to allow this into your life, if you're ready to renew a relationship from the past, or if you're just going to simply say, no, thank you, and move along for something better. Okay, pile 2. I'm curious how you're all perceiving these messages, but this is what's manifesting for you over the next 24 hours. And usually law of attraction dictates, what we're thinking about the most, what we're feeling, or sometimes what we're even fearing will manifest an opportunity or a person into our lives. And honestly, in my case, I have manifested a phone call from someone within the same day of just thinking about that person in my head. So be careful who you're thinking about, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed this video reading. If you did, please do click the like button. Of course, if you need something more specific or personal, you're welcome to reach out and book a tarot reading with me if you'd like. If you want to learn more about how to utilize your strength to manifest better things into your life, I'm now offering another special reading. All of my links are down below this video. But that being said, this is what or who you are manifesting over the next 24 hours. Pile number 2. Do feel free to comment if there's something more that you would like to add or share in the comment section. But other than that, I'm wishing you a wonderful day, and I will see you in another video. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 3. For those of you who chose the green Apatite crystal, so within the next 24 hours, what or who is manifesting in your life? Let's find out. Now, I haven't recorded this topic video in a while, and I'm thinking it's about time I start recording these again because I find them very helpful. Okay, so within the next 24 hours, pile number 3, Queen of Cups. Wow, the King of Cups and the Magician. Okay. What's funny here is in pile 2, I was picking up on divine feminine, divine masculine energies, and now literally you've got divine feminine, divine masculine, and the Alchemist. But what are you manifesting? Okay. Rising above the fray with the eagle eye, paying attention to something. Usually the ego represents freedom, strength, intelligence, having a really good eye, noticing something. Sound. Let's lay out all of the cards. Okay. Protection, banishing negativity. Traveling. Okay. So you're manifesting change. Well, through your vibration. So your words, your thoughts, your emotions are manifesting change over the next 24 hours. But notice here the water in the background of these tarot cards. The waters are calm. The waters here are mostly calm. The feminine waters are a little bit calmer than the masculine waters. Notice over here, the fishes are like jumping up out of the water. So maybe emotional sensitivities. But here, the fish are just like, they're just chilling. They're like hanging out, stopping by to say hello. What do you have in the background? It looks like you've got some ducks or some geese, maybe some swans, just kind of floating. Okay. What's manifesting is peace of mind, emotional maturity, stability, through the eyes of the eagle, meaning you're able to put yourself into a place where you can maybe see the bigger picture, or maybe you're moving into a time of your life where you're more relaxed, calm, and content, possibly fulfilled. But what's also happening here is that you are energetically creating a protective barrier around yourself, your world, your home, your physical body as well, your emotions. So this is definitely manifesting emotional well-being and the feeling of content within yourself, right? Within your body, within your mind, within your heart. While maybe the world is changing. So if you've been trying to claim like a peaceful space or home, within your life, in your life, you know what I mean. So you're manifesting peace on earth for yourself. Now, the rest of the world might be feeling something completely different, but whatever it is that you've been working on, whether it's energetically or emotionally or physically around your home, yeah, this is what's manifesting. You're creating stillness, peace, a feeling of protection, stable. I'm trying to look for one word to describe this feeling, and it hasn't yet come to me. So if you have a word in mind, do feel free to share it below in the comments section. So we're going to add a little bit of astrology here to your reading, right? The power of love and your creativity. So you're creating this peaceful, serene lifestyle. Now, maybe some of you are working on this. Maybe you've been working on this for a while, and some of you might just need to hear this confirmation that peace is actually an inside job. And so is love, so is serenity. When you feel peaceful and abundant and protected, everything else in the rest of your reality is going to change to match that feeling. So law of attraction 101. I'm hoping you had a minute to watch my other video that I released this morning about quantum manifestation, something that you need to know. I'm now teaching that in private as well for any of you who would like to talk a little bit more about quantum energy and law of attraction. Okay, so you are banishing negativity and claiming protection in your space, your home, using your creative powers, that being your mind, your intentions, your actions. So again, some of you have already begun this practice, and this is just a confirmation of what it is that you're actually creating with your intentions. So beautiful messages for group number 3. Okay, and then Capricorn energy, your daily goals, your day-to-day reality, something that you've been focusing on. This is an earth energy. I would say that possibly within the next 24 hours, if it's not happening now, you may enjoy some quiet time by just turning on the radio or your favorite tunes to relax and enjoy the serenity of your space that you have created. I'm thinking that this eyes of the eagle rising above the fray, for many of you, within the next 24 hours, you're going to have an experience that allows you to realize that you manifested this sanctuary for yourself. And it's always an inside job, whatever we choose to manifest, what we wish to feel, what we're longing for, how we want to change our reality. This also affects everybody else on the planet. And what I mean by this is each and every one of us, when we tune in to this peace and serenity within ourselves, it becomes a beacon of light that everything else in nature and the planet sees and feels. And so what you are creating for yourself is also affecting everything else on the planet too. So it goes both ways. If you want to create fear, then naturally you're going to create fear. But if you want peace and harmony and joy and protection and, the sacred space, then this is what I'm picking up for group number 3. I want to add an extra message here because these messages and these affirmations are absolutely necessary for anyone here who is longing for, hoping for, wishing to move to a more peaceful home or a peaceful location. It's imperative that you find a way to align your mind, your energy, and your emotions with that sanctuary feeling. When you do this, you will naturally attract and align yourself with the opportunity to move to that next home, if it is absolutely necessary for you to move into another home for your own sanity, peace, and well-being. And I'm only saying this because recently I've done several readings privately for people, and they're wanting to move, they're wanting to relocate, they're wanting to get out of where they're at right now because it's chaotic. And the only reason why it's chaotic where you are right now is because you are holding that frequency. Your mind might be chaotic. Your emotions might be chaotic. Your fears might be chaotic and creating your own chaos. So the more you can find a way to tune into something peaceful, calm, invite, more serene feelings within yourself, like a meditative practice or a mindfulness practice that allows you to feel safe, peaceful, serene, that's when more opportunities for a new home are going to start showing up for you. Again, if it is necessary for you to relocate, if you need to move to a different home, it will automatically show up for you. But you can't find a peaceful home from, a chaotic mindset. So it's really important for you to take control and power over your minds, your thoughts, your emotions. Put yourself in a meditation, visualize, feel it, experience it, call it to you, align yourself with that feeling, that sanctuary, and then you will naturally manifest the next step that you need, that will bring you the opportunity to choose what is available for you to choose next. Okay. I'm hoping that you enjoyed these messages, pile number 3. If you enjoyed the video, please do click the like button. I'm looking at there aren't really a lot of like zodiac elements or planets here that are significant. It's more about you, your mind, your emotions, and tuning into peace, protection, and serenity. And then that's when everything else in your external reality is going to begin to change. So the proof is in the pudding, so you must become the pudding. That's a weird analogy, but it's true. You need to become it in order to experience it. So within the next 24 hours, even practice these things that I was just referring to, and notice how your immediate environment begins to feel more peaceful. Or people who are chaotic or noisy may suddenly become quiet. So, all right, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have anything that you would like to share or comment, feel free to do so underneath the video. In the meantime, have a wonderful day, and I will see you in another video. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 4. Okay, so within the next 24 hours, what are you manifesting? What is manifesting for you? Pile 4, if you chose the blue, this Amazonite crystal, let's dive into your cards and find out. What do you need to know? Okay, 9 of Pentacles, Justice, and wow. Oh, look at this. 9, 10, 11. Seriously? So you've got numbers in sequence here. 9, 10, 11. There's Virgo, Gemini, Libra, which may or may not be significant for you. Okay, completion. Closing door. What's manifesting? The Diva, your third eye, your 6th chakra, your vision, justice, truth, an end of a situation. I'm thinking here, what are you trying to manifest? Okay, there's roots, healthy patterns, early growth. So maybe recently you planted seeds for something new, or maybe today you're planting seeds for something new, and so the roots have taken I'm looking at the tree and the mushrooms. So your thoughts become seeds which you plant, and so it creates early growth. So something new is coming into your vision. All right. So you're definitely manifesting something, but I'm not sure what each and every one of you are wanting to manifest. Creativity, which makes sense. So you're using your creative energy. Maybe some of you have recently walked away from something, or you closed the door on your past because you're feeling more Nine of Pentacles, right, in life. Let's look at the astrology. Okay, 6th house. Some of you are manifesting a full-time job. That's the practical answer here. But some of you may be in the process of trying to realize or visualize like a spiritual practice or a business that you can create to share your natural gifts with other people, your gifts of creativity. And so they've already taken root. These seeds, your thoughts, this idea has already been planted. And so, okay, you're experiencing growth, or you should be experiencing more growth in this idea very soon. Or again, for some of you looking for another job, this opportunity is manifesting for you soon. It could be an idea or an ideal, though, as well, with the 9, because there aren't any aces here or pages referring to someone offering you a job. But this is you, I think, coming into an awareness and realizing, having this amazing realization about an idea, something that you want to do. Okay, some of you might be manifesting unsettled emotions. Some of you might be experiencing emotional triggers that obviously are being triggered because of work or lack of work, finances, your financial situation. Okay, which also kind of is linking to these other cards. If recently you were laid off, or the company went out of business, or because I'm hoping if you are secure in a full-time job and you're making plenty of money to survive and feel stable, I really hope that you're not worrying about your stability, because that can cause a tower moment to happen for you to suddenly lose your job, and I don't think you really want to do that unless you're really hoping that you lose your job. But this Justice card, I know, is probably going to have a different meaning for each and every one of you. So fairness, justice, cooperation with other people. I really do believe that Pile 4, so something is going to manifest for you based on what you've been focusing on, your vision, your clairvoyancies, your goal. I feel like most of you are in the process of trying to create or build something new. And so you planted those seeds, and then now it's time for you to nurture these ideas, these thoughts that you planted. You need to tend to this full time, your idea, right? And if you have a full-time job, then of course you need to hang on to that full-time job as long as you possibly can, but take the time in your extra time to nurture, this other creative project that you are creating on the side. Okay, that's the better way I can interpret this. So within the next 24 hours, there's something that is like activating within your creative center, your creative flow. It's getting more excited about. It's not necessarily something that you need to think about or overthink or analyze or worry about. This is something that is happening in your, look at this, you've got the 6th house and your 6th chakra, nurturing something in your home, your daily routine. It could be a garden, maybe, that is needed for you to start. Maybe you need to tend to this garden. Sometimes your body and your emotions and your mind are your garden. But this is just a 24-hour reading. So trust that within the next 24 hours, I feel like a confirmation or a realization is going to come to you. Maybe it's something that you've been thinking about. or toying around with, right? Trying to decide if you were to do something on your own or on the side, what would you do? So this is actually an intuitive hit and a confirmation about a creative idea or a project. That's the best way I can interpret. Pile number 4, that's what's going to happen within the next 24 hours, what's manifesting. So for some of you, it's the ending of something old, but the beginning of something new and amazing and intuitive. And again, for some of you, I guess it could be a new job. But for others of you, this is something that you're wanting to start so that you can build on that and expand it and nurture that. Something that not only nurtures you, but this might be something that you would like to offer to other people in your community. You know, such as food, right? A vegetable garden or something else, creatively psychic or something like that. There's definitely endings here, right? Completion, including the 9, the 10, and the 11. But justice is being served. So you are exactly where you're supposed to be right now, group number 4. And so if you're still trying to figure out what you want to do or what you should be doing, then perhaps that's what's going to come into your awareness within the next 24 hours. You're just simply going to know, or you're going to receive that intuitive hit or that vision that confirms what you need to do or what you need to create. All right. I am content with the interpretation of this reading, of this pile number 4. Let me know what you guys think. How would you interpret these? We all have a unique way of perceiving, messages and opportunities. We all have our own intuition, our strengths, our spirit guides, our life path, our purpose, our destiny, that sort of thing. But if you'd like to share your perspective, feel free to do so in the comment section below. Meaning, share your perspective that is helpful for everyone. So that being said, and Lisa, I hope you enjoyed this video. If any one of you would like assistance in understanding, what could you create or build on your own? Or what is in alignment with your astrology, your destiny, your life path, your purpose, your birthday credentials, the meaning of your existence. If you want to know any of that information, you'd like a private reading, you have 3 different options now, and each are listed below this video. So if you want to learn more about quantum manifestation using energy to manifest, there's that option. You can request a tarot reading, or you can request an astrology, purpose, timing, destiny reading. The choice is yours. Or you can request none of them and just simply click the like button here. Meanwhile, I'm wishing you all a wonderful day. Enjoy your next 24 hours, and I will see you all in another video. Bye for now.